chapter 1 and verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
A man who spent 44 years proving his innocence is now fighting for what he calls some sense of justice. Ronnie Long finally got compensation from the state for the 44 years he spent behind bars for a crime he didn't commit. But Long says the money he got isn't nearly enough, and his attorney agrees, saying the amount is based on an old law that doesn't make sense in this case. The defender's Michelle Bowden talked exclusively with Long about his next steps.
In all the times we've interviewed Ronnie Long, rarely have I heard him this frustrated, this angry, saying the amount of money he got is not nearly enough for all that he lost. Ronnie Long is still fighting.
North Carolina intentionally put me in the penitentiary. And you tell me $750,000? It was 44 years of my life?
Last August, the courts ruled Ronnie Long had been wrongfully convicted. And he was freed 44 years after he was sent to prison. And last December, the governor finally pardoned him. That made way for the 65-year-old to get compensation from the state. He just got his $750,000 check.
I ain't satisfied. No, I'm not satisfied. I'm going to start shaking trees.
The amount is based on a statute that says the state will pay someone who was wrongfully convicted $50,000 a year for their time in prison. But the amount is capped at $750,000. That means Long got nothing for more than 2/3 of the time he was behind bars.
And we're grateful that the pardon was issued and that he has some means of financial security. Of course, $750,000, a meager sum when you think of 44 years of your life. So that statutory cap of $750,000 is completely inadequate when you consider people losing so much time from their lives.
I'm going to fight that. I'm going to fight that.
Long says several civil attorneys have reached out to him, and he's weighing his options going forward.
You put me in the penitentiary for 44 years. You destroy evidence. You lose evidence. You tamper with a jury, and everything about the trial was a mockery.
Still, he says he's making the most of his freedom. He's focused on getting healthy. He and wife Ashley take long bike rides.
I'm going to get it.
Your car, man! There he is!
And he recently bought a car, the Cadillac he's always dreamed of. What does that feel like? I imagine that's the first brand new car you've bought.
Boy, I ain't never bought a car.
Congratulations, Mr. Long!
Thanks to a deal at the dealership.
Even though I'm still struggling, I'm blessed.
Of course, this is a story we have followed every step of the way. We will continue to follow this as Ronnie Long decides his next steps. Reporting in Charlotte, Michelle Bowden, WCNC Charlotte.
Beaten, terrorized, and forced to work a 100-hour work week without pay. That was the nightmare one restaurant worker was living through at the J&J cafeteria in Conway, South Carolina. Now the restaurant's manager has pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 10 years for enslaving and beating that black worker. Bobby Paul Edwards pleaded guilty to 1 count of forced labor and was ordered to pay more than $500,000 in damages. He hadn't paid the victim for 5 years. Court documents tell a tale of horror in which Edwards would use racial slurs while beating the victim, who was developmentally challenged. In one incident, Edwards, quote, dipped metal tongs into hot grease and burned the victim's neck. For failing to deliver hot chicken to the buffet fast enough. The victim's now in his early 40s, but he had worked at the restaurant since he was 12, most of that time without incident. But when the owner's brother took over, that's when payments stopped. He was given a small room in the restaurant to live in. The nightmare ended after the mother-in-law of a waitress alerted authorities, the assistant AG of the Civil Rights Division saying, "It is almost inconceivable that instances of forced labor endure in this country to this day, a century and a half after the Emancipation Proclamation."
Book of Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 10. It reads, "A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel." Alright, so before I begin, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and where I learn this truth. Alright, peace and salutations to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai's elect. Alright, finna get into a quick morning lesson. Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ratazai is edifying. Alright. So, you know what I'm saying? You see Jake going through it, all right? Ronnie Long, so it opened up with the Jake that went to jail for 44 years and shit, all right? Falsely put in prison by Esau's, you know what I'm saying, slave system, all right? Because that's all it is, all right? That whole system is nothing but, all right, the slave catchers, modern day slave catchers, all right, putting you Jakes, you know what I'm saying, into, hardcore bondage, all right? And you see, they wanted to give him $750,000, all right? But it's supposed to be $50,000 for every year, all right, that he was in there, all right? So he really got fucked out of a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? 2/3, and it's crazy. That's the number they put up there. He basically went to prison for free for 2/3 of the time that he was there, all right? And 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are numbered to the sword, all right? Meaning Yahweh Shai is going to kill you on this side, all right? You're going to be put to death, all right? And you seen at the end what he say, that nigga said, "I'm blessed," all right? You know what I'm saying? Jake is fucking gone, all right? You know what I'm saying? He said he going to shake some trees. He going to fight it. He wants some more money, all right? You know what I'm saying? The scriptures tell you in Micah 2:10, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, for it is polluted, and it shall destroy you with a sore destruction," all right? And 2/3 of our people, all right, they made this place they rest, all right? And that's why Yahweh Shai, all right, brings the judgments that he brings to him. All right, then in that second clip, with the mentally challenged Jake, so to speak, all right, you know what I'm saying? Esau put him, what's his name? Yeah, John Christopher Smith. Esau basically made him a slave. Literally made him live in his hotel in a little shack and shit. All right, for 5 years. All right, they say from 2009 to 2014. All right, and he got rewarded $272,000. All right, so you know what I'm saying? It's shameful spewing on Esau's glory. All right, his children are seeking to please the poor. All right, and Esau is being made bare. All right, I actually did this video when it actually happened. All right, let me show you. Because I did this video a little while back, all right? You know what I'm saying? This is the first video I actually did on this particular page, all right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's all the way down there. But this is the first video I actually put up on this page, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? That's something that was crazy that actually is being brought back out. All right. And then in the last clip, all right, that was a couple of days ago. You had some of you damn niggas, all right, out there with the Black Lives Matter shit right here. Nah, I cropped that out. And Esau pulled a gun on him, all right, at the Kentucky Derby. This was in Kentucky, all right. They say an armed Louisville restaurant goer and at least one armed protester squared off, Saturday evening during Black Lives Matter demonstrations after the Kentucky Derby. All right, and I already, you know what I'm saying, showed you the clip. All right, you know what I'm saying. They holding their swords and shit. All right, Esau's, you know what I'm saying, trying to provoke Jake to draw down on him and fire off on him and shit. You know what I'm saying? These Edomites are fucking through. All right, and you 2/3 are through as well. All right, this is all, you know what I'm saying, accumulating into a big ass class war. All right, and in pocket civil wars. All right, you niggas and Esau are gonna be going at it. All right. And Yahweh Shai is gonna make you do it. He gonna make both of y'all fight each other, all right? You gonna have Esau versus Esau, you niggas against you niggas, and you gonna have Esau versus Jacob. All right, and you other nations that's here, you better leave. All right, or you gonna get caught up in that shit, because the scripture tell you Judah is gonna be at the neck of his enemy, all right? These 2/3, when they get roused up and they finally realize, you know what I'm saying, that Esau is the devil, all right, when Yahweh Shai reveals, finally lets them see that red nigga for what he is, all right, man, say it's gonna be up in this bitch, all right, talking about America, all right? So let me get some scriptures to go with this, and Yahweh Shai wrote this out. It's edifying again. So before I read this scripture, all right, around the 8-minute mark of this video, around the 8-minute, probably 10-second, 14-second mark, I said hotel. You know what I'm saying? I mean restaurant. All right, he had the Jake living in his restaurant, not his hotel. All right, in a small shack, a little room. All right, that's what I meant. But picking back up in the lesson. All right, I quoted it, so I'm gonna read it. This is Genesis 49:8. It says Judah. All right, and Judah will be you so-called Negroes today. All right. It say, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. All right, because all the other tribes follow behind Judah. All right, Judah is the top tribe. All right. It say, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Who are the enemies of the Israelites? All right. All you got to do is go to Psalms 83. All right. And it's going to show you who the enemies of the Israelites are. All right. Start at the top. Psalms 83:1. It say, a song of Asaph. All right. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. All right. So this is letting you know these are all the people who are coming against the Lord's chosen people. All right. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans through the seed line of your fathers. All right. Verse 4. It say, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right. And that's why we fell away. All right. We didn't know who we was when we came over here off them slave ships. All right. Let me see verse 5. It say, for they have consulted together, and for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. And let's listen to the nation they talking about who are confederate, who came together to destroy the house of Israel. Number 1 on the list, the tabernacles of Edom. That's you so-called white people, all right? But you are not white, you are red. All right, you are the Edomites of the Bible, all right? Then it says the Ishmaelites, all right, those will be those, you know, the Arabs, all right? Moab would be the so-called Chinese, and the Hagarenes, all right, those would be so-called Africans, all right? You know what I'm saying? Hamites, all right? Then it says Jabal and Ammon. Ammon would be the Japanese, so-called Japanese, all right? And Amalek. And Amalek is the chief house of Esau. That's the top family of Esau, the same way Judah is the top tribe out of the tribes of Israel, all right? Amalek is the top tribe out of the tribe of the Edomites, all right? Those are those fakes over there in the Holy Land right now, all right? You know what I'm saying? So these are the people who came against, you know what I'm saying, us, all right? Then they say the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Those are some more Hamites, all right? It say Ashur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Say Lot, all right? And the children of Lot is Moab and Ammon, all right? Them damn incest babies, all right? Chinese and the Japanese. So basically it's letting you know all these other nations came together under one consent, all right, to destroy us, all right? And number 1 on that list was Esau, all right? You know what I'm saying? And Esau is going to be destroyed for that, all right? Esau is the wicked according to the Bible. The scriptures tell you Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. That's 2 Israel 6:9. Malachi 1:4 tells you Esau is the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Shai had indignation forever. All right, that's righteous anger. All right. hatred. All right, in the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, when you look up Edom, it tells you they're the only neighbor of the Israelite who was not promised no form of mercy. All right, you know what I'm saying? It also say they are slated for great future judgment. All right, just look up Edom. All right, in the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, and it tells you all about bitch ass E. All right, so let me get another precept. All right, this Job 27. All right, in 13, it say this is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. All right. So Esau, your children were multiplied for the sword. All right. Let me go to Isaiah 14 right quick. All right, and start at the top. In verse 1, it say, for the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All right. So let's read verse 2 now, all right? It didn't say no other nation. It said the Lord going to have mercy on Jacob. So where you other nations fit at, all right? As the Jake women like to say, how are you even making it? How are you going to even make it, Esau? How are you even making it? You know what I'm saying? Verse 2, it say, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, all right? So, hey, Esau, it looks like you going into slavery, but you other nations as well, all right? Because y'all were confederate with Esau. So guess what? All you fuckers get to go to slavery, all right? You get to serve your 1,000-year sentence together, all right? It's just that you other nations, when the 1,000 years is up, all right, you get to go back to your lands and be tributaries to the Israelites. But Esau, you get rounded up and burned up, as it says in Obadiah. All right, we're going to round you red devils up, put you in that pit, all right, and light your red asses up. All right, and there ain't going to be no more Edomites. You know what I'm saying? No more, you fuckers, all right? Let me jump down to read verse 3. It say, and it shall come to pass in that day the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made us to serve. All right, you Edomites ain't in slavery. You Edomites ain't in servitude like Jake. All right, how that fucking nasty pasty red devil. All right, had the Jake living in his one room shack in his hotel. All right, working for free. All right, putting fucking tongs and hot grease, putting it on Jake's neck and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though he might be a 2/3, you still gonna pay for that. All right, all the bloodshed and all the wickedness you did to your Ba'ashem Yahushua's people is gonna be recompensed unto you and your children. All right, this is Isaiah 14 and 21. It say, prepare slaughter for his children. All right, that's a cut. I mean, that's a precept to what we read a while ago in Job, when it said that if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, all right? So this is a precept to that. It say, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. It say, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, and you Edomites, all right, or the daughter of Babylon, all right? I'm going to show you that too right quick, all right? For the Psalms 137, all right, in verse 7, it say, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, all right? So that's you, Esau. Happy shall it be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. All right. Happy shall it be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. All right. So all that wickedness you did to us. All right. African Dodger. All right. Gator bait. All right. How you used to hang the women of the tribe upside down and, while they were pregnant, and cut their stomachs open so the baby could fall out, and you play soccer with the baby body and shit. All of that shit is coming back to you Edomites. All right. You don't get off. All right. You know what I'm saying? You are the daughter of Babylon, all right? Let me go to Isaiah. I'm going to go to Isaiah 34. All right. All right. I'm gonna read verse 1 and 2, then I'm gonna jump down to 5. All right. It say, "Come near, ye nations." All right, as we read in Psalms 83, all you nations, all right, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and let all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation, meaning the righteous anger and hatred of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. All right. Let me jump down to verse 5. It reads, well, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it in order. Let me go to 3. It says, "Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood." All right, this is World War III. All right, the destruction that's going to take place. All right, verse 4, it say, "And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll." All right, and it's talking about the ICBM missiles when they hit. All right, it say, "And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off the vine, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven." So this talking about the ICBM missile. When it gets shot out of its silo, it goes up into the heavens. Then a nuclear warhead breaks off and it comes back down to the earth. All right, that's what this is talking about. All right, it say, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment." All right, Idumea is just the Greek way of saying Edom. All right, you Edomites, it's talking about you. All right, you so-called white people. All right, America is going to be hit with 200 million nuclear missile warheads. All right, it's going to burn this place up, never to be inhabited again. All right, as we read a while ago, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to cut off the remnant, the son and the nephew, all right, from Babylon, you Edomites. All right, anybody that's on the shores of America when this destruction takes place, it's going to be destroyed, whether you're a heathen, all right, or you're an Israelite, because the elect is going to get beamed up. All right, and in that same hour, destruction is going to come. All right, verse 6, it say, "The sword of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys and rams. For the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea." All right, and Basra is a people before it's a place. It's talking about you, Esau. America is spiritual Basra. All right, spiritual Idumea. All right, spiritual Edom. All right, all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Verse 8, let me jump down to verse 8. It say, "For it is the day of the Lord's, Yahweh Shema Shai's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversies of Zion." All right, so for what you've done to Jake, this is why all this has to happen. All right, it was written, all right, to go down in the beginning anyway, but we playing it out, and you can see, all right, why Esau has to be destroyed. All right, that nigga is the devil. All right, and 2/3 of you Negroes, Spanish, and Native Americans are gonna be destroyed with him. All right, you black devils. All right, you brown devils. All right, you're gonna die with Esau. All right, because you as a heathen on this side. All right, you hate righteousness. All right, Ronnie Long. All right, what's the Jack Christopher? Slacky if I mispronounced his name. All right, if you individuals don't repent and forsake this world, all right, you're gonna die in this world. All right, with your restitution. All right, with your money. All right, you know what I'm saying? Money is a defense. All right, but you niggas is covered in that shit. All right, talking about the Ronnie Lott dude. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, at the end of the day, he set everything up to make you go to prison the way you went to prison. All right, because you was probably a wicked ass nigga. All right, you was probably a wicked ass nigga, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua set your ass down for 44 years. All right, let you out. You know what I'm saying? Just to destroy you again in the end. All right, so man, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a terrible power. All right, terrible. All right, to the wicked. All right. 2/3 of our people are wicked, all right? But that don't excuse Esau, bitch ass, all right? He don't get off. Let me go to Ezekiel 35, all right? It's Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, Therefore, as I live, it saith the Lord power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. All right, Esau is Mount Seir. All right, Esau dwelled in Mount Seir. All right, it's another name for you Edomites. All right. Verse 8 is saying, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. All right, and the sword is destruction. All right, the sword of the Most High is Esau himself, but also the ICBM missiles. All right, that's the army of the Lord. All right. Verse 9 it say, I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. Continuing on, verse 10, it said, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, was there. And that's talking about the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, all right? Because we were oppressed together right here in Babylon, all right? That's what Jeremiah 50 and 33. Let me get it right quick. All right, and I know I'm jumping all over the spirit. It's just feeding me different precepts. I didn't have nothing jotted down. I just rolling with it. It's lucky about that. All right, this Jeremiah 50 and 33 says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts, the children of Israel, talking about the northern kingdom, the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, all right, and the children of Judah, all right, the so-called Negroes, Haitians, and Jamaicans, all right, were oppressed together. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. All right, so there you go. So that's what this was meaning right here in Ezekiel 35 when it says, because thou hast said these two nations, all right, and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, it said the Lord power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. All right. Let me hit Ezekiel 25 and 12. All right. And it reads, thus saith the Lord, power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and had greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power. All right, so, you know what I'm saying? Not only is the elect, all right, Israelites, gonna get down with you niggas, all right, talking about, as it says in Jeremiah 16 and 16, the fishers are gonna turn to hunters. All right, those are the men of the Lord. We're going to get down with you. Abaratazar will, I'm of that number. But whoever those men be that are of that number, they going to get down and get nasty with you Edomites. But the 2/3, they going to get down and get nasty with you Edomites as well, all right? The only difference between the two is that the men of the Lord, the house of David, the fishers turn hunters, all right? They going to have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right, exempt from judgment on them. So you ain't going to be able to hurt them. The scriptures say no weapon formed against me shall prosper, all right? But the 2/3, all right, say they're going to be like wild ass animals out here, all right? The way Jake is in the hood and how Jake, all right, will get down on another Jake like it ain't shit, they're going to put that spirit on you Edomites, all right? They're going to be getting down on you damn devils, all right? They're going to be coming to your suburbs, all right, wherever you fuckers stay. Jake going to be getting down on your ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have these wild niggas, these wild Mexicans, all right, these wild Native Americans, man, let's say, they're going to bring your red ass all that smoke, all right? And you're going to fuck some of them up, but guess what? Some of them are going to fuck you up too, Esau. And in the end, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to fuck all y'all up, all right? All you motherfuckers is going to die, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? Continue to be wicked, all right, Esau? Continue to be the devil that you are. That's all you can be, All right, that's how you were created to be. And you 2/3, you know what I'm saying? Get ready, all right? Because Esau's coming. All right, this nigga is coming. All right, Jacob's trouble is here. All right. And Esau, you know what I'm saying? He's going to show his horns even more. All right. Let me read Jeremiah 30:7. All right. It say, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, and the he is talking about the elect, the house of David, the beloved of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Israel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, 2/3 of our people, they are the house of Saul. All right, and Ronnie Light, you know what I'm saying? You looking like you might, Ronnie Long, you looking like you might be a part of that. John Christopher Smith, hey, you never know. All right, repent, Jake. All right, the Louisville man that's out there, you know what I'm saying, man? Y'all niggas gone. All right, you niggas is gone. A part of Black Lives Matter, and you're not even black. All right, you niggas are different shades of brown, but whatever. All right, so that's pretty much it. All right, I'm gonna close out with that. You know what I'm saying, Lord willing, Yahweh Shema Shai, Ratazah, that was edifying. Give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekakudash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and learn this truth. Shalom.